Hi everyone, it's Susan from SusanWinter.net. Thank you so much for joining me again today, and thank you, all of you that are subscribed to this channel. I really appreciate your commentary, and it shows me that I'm going in the right direction and answering the questions that you'd like to hear answered. So let's talk about trust today. Not you trusting your partner, them trusting you. And this applies whether you're in a new relationship or an existing relationship. Sometimes you're going to find that your partner is reluctant to trust you. And you wonder, I've been proving myself. Why is it taking so long? Okay, so here are 3 possible issues that might be happening, and I'll give you some options for handling each one. 1, you don't deserve it. Okay, here's where you have to be really honest, especially if you're in a new relationship. If you said, yeah, I'm going home, I'm just going to chill tonight, and then your friend takes a bunch of pictures and you're out, and then they show you on social media, that incongruity between what you said and what actually happened, that could throw somebody off. What if you've got a track record? What if you have a history that's not so good, your dating history? What if you've been inconsistent in anything in your words? Now, remember, for a new partner, new people are always cautious. Nobody wants to get hurt in the dating world. So they're looking for signs that show them it's safe to be with you. And if you are inconsistent in what you say and what you do, if you lie about something, even if you lie and say you were home when you weren't, or that you talked to an ex-girlfriend and you didn't reveal that and they find out somehow, everything does end up coming to the surface. And it's wise to be honest from the beginning. I know you worry, if I'm really honest, I could lose them. You know what? Setting the foundation properly in the beginning is what's going to create the possibility of a really great relationship that lasts. So you have to hope that you can speak honestly and reveal where you are from the beginning. And then that's your way of figuring out whether this is the right mate for you as well. So be honest with yourself, be consistent with your word. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions should measure up. Okay, number 2, you don't deserve it. That you have a person that just seems suspicious and reluctant to trust at all. So why would this happen? Let's say that it's organic. It's either organic or manipulation, but let me cover the 2 variations. So an organic situation where a person wouldn't trust is that whatever is true in their home life, how they grew up in the country, in the political climate, in their family of origin, their system, whatever they've been exposed to has proven to them over and over again that people lie, people have agendas, you can't trust anyone. If this has been their commentary, and you hear it by the stories they share, and you hear it by how they look at the world, they're going to have a fairly negative worldview to begin with. Now remember, this is up to you. If this is a new partner, do you want to wade through that? Because you will be auditioning for their trust, just like everybody else, and you're going to be with a basically negative person. Yes, it's true that you can be the one good person that they see. And it might be one of those cases where you're too good to be true and they doubt it, like this can't be right. So maybe it's their environment, and their environment has taught them that they cannot trust people. In this case, if it's a new person, I'd give it a certain time frame. The reason being is that there are lots of partners out there, and maybe this is an uphill battle that you don't need to be facing. If you have to constantly prove that you're trustworthy to a person, that's a lot of work that is unnecessary. What if it is a manipulative reason? This is the case where they are not trustworthy. This is another scenario. The person who doesn't trust you is holding that over your head because actually they're untrustworthy themselves and they just want to make you pursue them. So this is double-pronged, so let me describe how this works. Let's say that they're choosing not to trust you, and they're always telling you that you did something wrong and they don't trust you, and they're finding the least little crumb of information, going back and back and trying to put pieces together to stack a case against you. Beware of this kind of person. They are desperate to find a reason not to love you. Remember, if they can say that they can't trust you, they can just as easily say, therefore, I'm unwilling to love you. That will keep you in continual pursuit of their approval. You know, it's an amazing thing, but people with nothing to offer, nothing to their name, nothing phenomenal, nothing extraordinary, nothing remarkable, have one thing at their discretion at all times, and that is their approval of you. It's the last desperate straw. But a partner who constantly seeks to use the trust issue, whether this is new or this is your ongoing partnership, and they're going to hold that over you and make you repeatedly prove yourself, jump through hoops for them. They're making you go into pursuit, they're making you chase them, and they are elevating their status in your mind because you must pursue. First of all, this kind of a person you do not want. If you've just met them, please evacuate. If you are with them, ask yourself why. You know, another reason they don't trust you is because they're untrustworthy. So what is the comment? I think it's something like, it takes a thief to know a thief. So people who are inherently untrustworthy would naturally assume everybody else is the same. Fish assume the whole world lives in water. So the untrustworthy person is projecting that onto you. All of these scenarios are uncomfortable, especially when they don't apply. It's not our job to continually prove ourselves over and over again to somebody that's got their own issues. There are people who also choose not to trust because they're simply too afraid to dip their toes in the water of love in a relationship. It's just the excuse. I can't trust you. I can't, you know. And again, this is just ridiculous. So understand that if it's taking an inordinate amount of time for a new partner to trust you, think twice. If it's not your fault, do I need to do this to myself? Because this will be the reality I'm living with. And if you find that you're in an existing relationship with somebody that keeps holding the trust issue over your head, it could just as easily be some other treat to make you keep jumping. That's not love. That's fear. And you can do better than that. I wish you well. Susan Winter from SusanWinter.net. I hope that answers some of your questions. And thank you for your lovely commentary. And the awesome people I met on Magnify, you guys are on this pretty much 10 in the morning till 8 at night, most nights. I've been able to talk to some of you and answer your questions right away. It is so wonderful. You have to try this. It's an on-demand, by-the-minute session. Don't like the price, just hang up. You know, it just, every minute you'll see the ticker underneath. It's incredible. And it's expanding worldwide. It's just awesome. And then the consultation page, come and talk to me privately. I can do really well in these scenarios on camera, but the fine details are only something that come from asking questions. Because I can't tell you how many times I've started in one direction with a person who will say, this is my issue, and then 20 minutes later, it's over here. And if I didn't ask those questions, I'd still be addressing this, which isn't even the issue. So I wish you a wonderful week. Thanks for tuning in to SusanWinter.net.